Today I'm going to briefly talk to you about some basic ROS networking, along with a quick introduction to a new script that will hopefully make life a little bit easier for you. So, to start off with, let's get right into the networking. So, ROS is a distributed system. It uses multiple different nodes that do multiple different things, and ROS coordinates them. How do these nodes know where ROS core is? Well, simple. It's in their master URI environmental variable. This essentially tells ROS where to look for. Currently, it's set to localhost. Localhost means your computer. It means that it never tries to send data outside of your computer, so it's always very safe. So if that tells ROS nodes where the master is, where ROS core is, this tells the nodes where they themselves are, which is hostname. So if we go ahead and run ROS core quickly, you'll see that this is filled in here with the name of the virtual box that we're using, and it now simply just points to itself. But what happens if we want to connect to something like, say, a Turtlebot 3? Well, we need to know who we are. We can do that by doing hostname. And this will provide us with a couple IP addresses. This is the relevant one here. You can ignore this long one. This is the new form of the IP addresses. This is the old one. We'll only be using this style in this class. So if we want to communicate with a Turtlebot 3, scroll back up here, we would set the ROS master URI on our computer to this IP, along with the host name. And then on the turtle, we would set the ROS master URI to our IP, and the host name to the turtle's IP. Simple enough. Well, let's make it a little bit simpler. You can download this command here, which is essentially a little script called ros-set. If you run it once, you'll get a beautiful help printout. Now, if you open a new terminal, you'll notice something slightly different. There's a red exclamation mark at the front of your command prompt. So let's go ahead and check our environmental variables. As you can see, the master URI is set to our current IP. Same with the host name. So let's take a quick look at our commands here. So currently, we're using our current IP address. But what happens if we want to use local? Simple. We just use -L. Now, if you notice, nothing seems to have happened. However, if you open a new command prompt, you'll see that the exclamation mark is now blue. So please note that this command only affects future command prompts and not the one you're currently working in. So if you need to switch between them, you will need to just close them and reopen them. And you'll see now that this one here is set to localhost. If we go back and we echo this one, you'll notice that it's still set to our IP address. This is because these values, these environmental variables, are unique to each terminal instance. There's a couple other options here. The disable and the enable will completely disable or enable this and set it back to how it is. Fix, we'll go ahead and attempt to repair it by resetting everything if there's anything wrong with it. So currently we're using local. If we do ros-set-f, new terminals will be set back to the original configuration, which is to use remote. You can use delete to remove this. And the other command that we need to talk to you about is clear space. So the other cool thing about ros-set is if we cd into a workspace, such as example, and we run ros-set, it will now auto-source example. Now, please note that you need to be in the top level directory of a workspace for this to work. If you're anywhere else, ros-set will simply spit out help. So that means new terminals automatically source that workspace. So if we try and do a ros run hello, actually I believe it was hi there, nothing will happen here. But if we do a ros run, it will tab complete. See, no tab completion. So let's go ahead and run roscore to show you that this works. Hello there. You can see that the IP address is updated here, and when we run it, we'll get an output. If for some reason you want to quickly clear this so your future terminals don't automatically source this, you can do a ros-set -c, and it will clear it for you. This will persist through as many terminals as you open. You won't need to worry about it. And if you ever have any issues, you can either post in a discussion board or send us an email.